G'day folks, behind us Arnold, our 6.2 metre aluminium Razerline enclosed cab hardtop roof boat. We're going to take you on the tour from front, rear, inside, outside. Let's jump straight into it because there's a heap to get through. So I'm going to start off at the front here. We've got the Supreme Manson Anchor 8 kilo that goes into the Lone Star GX2 1000 electric winch and drum. Phenomenal combo. That there folks won't get any better. If you need to anchor horizontally, pull onto that. That'll get through any seaweed bed into the sand. Once that's set, it is in stone. This thing doesn't move. I'm going to point out we've got a Kipper 1990 kilo tear Gow trailer, full skid trailer. This is drive on, drive off, folks. I've launched this boat off Marion Bay, Pondalawi Bay, for those that know South Australia, myself, on a low tide, 350, 400 meters, 400 mils of water. I can drive this on, off myself. You've got the self-releasing catch and latch for retrieval and latching on to drive on by yourself. At the front of the bow here, we've got the all-important 36 volt motor guide. That's 105 pounds thrust, 75 inch. That there, folks, game changer. If you want to lock on to locations without having to worry about anchoring in 60 plus meters of water, that's going to hold you. Drive to your marks, lock on, down you go, jig, jig, jig. You're going to be laughing away. More fishing time, more time in the water, more fish on board. Now, I'm just going to point out the boat itself is an enclosed cab. You've got 6-inch LED spotlights supported by a 29-inch, 30-inch LED bar for lighting as well. We do a lot of sort of dusky late night fishing. Twin axle trailer. Stainless steel guards. On top of the roof, we've got Cell-Fi Wi-Fi Go ready to go for your mobile. That will boost your signal, no problems. I do a lot of fishing from Marion Bay to Wedge Island and beyond, and that gives us an extra couple of bars for connectivity, for safety reasons. Really, really important. Now, at the back of the boat, we'll get to in a moment, a 200 horsepower 4-stroke Suzuki engine, just done over 700 hours. That thing there doesn't miss a beat. We've got full history, full papers. Anything that's been done on this boat is receipted, paperwork, ready to go. Let's jump out the back and have a look at the donk now. All right, at the back, the all-important donk that gets you out there to get onto the fish and back home safely. So this is the Suzuki 4-stroke, 200 horsepowers, the silent lean burn, so nice and quiet to be able to rinse this out. Don't have to start the motor. I think it's the DFA 200. Underneath, we'll just point out, I've got the trim tabs as well, so they're set there, ready to go if you want to have a look underneath there. We've got full rear blue Nava lighting for night fishing as well. We've got the 3-in-1 Lawrence transducer there for the Lawrence HDS 12-inch on board, which I'll show you in a moment, but that'll take care of your 3D structure, down scan, side scan, 2D, 3D, you name it. We've got the pump there that's built for the live tank that I've mounted on board as well. All nicely mounted. This boat pretty much has been completely revamped, rewired and re-overhauled by myself. We've also just had recently put in a new full hydraulic steering system as well. Hydrodrive hydraulic steering, all new, all receipted. Everything that's been done in the last 12 months, paperwork, receipts, it's all there to show and validate the money that we've put in to make this the most safest and capable boat to get out, explore, fish. Now, we'll jump on board in a moment and we'll show you the rear to the cab to then underneath the cab as well, because that 36 volt Trolltech motor has just recently dropped in and that is something special. So let's get on board and take you on inside. All right, we'll start off at the back of the boat. So the all-important 45 litre live bait tank there. You do have 2 stainless steel cylinders, live cylinders there as well, which are great for extra squid or slimies or anything long, or if you just fill up the live tank, you've got extra room to boot. Obviously a standard bait board at the back here with rod holders, knife mounts, good to go. Underneath battery, we've got 2 batteries, one cranking, one AGM, and also cranking. So they're both hooked up to an isolator, can run together or isolated. The one on the right there is for your 12 volt, so everything here, 12 volt wires, lighting, fridging, freezing, runs through that battery. Wired up to a solar panel on top of the roof, a 300 watt solar panel. So we go offshore sometimes 2-3 nights at a time. We never run out of power. We've got deck wash that I've put on board as well, which is super handy to keep the boat nice and clean. So that's all good. We've got a 50 litre kill tank underneath as well, which I pretty much just store all my jerrys in there for extra fuel capacity. But it's a kill tank. Not much to see with a kill tank. Kill tank's kind of a kill tank. Nava lighting throughout the top here, inside the cab and at the back as well. You've got your standard rocket launchers up here as well. I don't really use those. I've mounted these roof mounted rod holders so you can fit 8 rods with their reels on under the cabs. So it's safely under the roof. It's not going to, your reels aren't going to get stone chipped. You're not going to have any branches hit your rods and damage them or anything like that as well. We've got the Coleman gas cooker. So I've mounted this permanently on board. Like I said, guys, I've literally set this up so you can get out, explore, fish, live on board comfortably for as many days as you need until you pretty much run out of fuel and water. So that's permanently mounted. You got 3 burner there as well for cooking. And because it's a hard top, people thought, oh, you're going to lose a seat. You can sit on that. My fellow fisho mate Gareth often sits here, puts his feet up there, kicks back and just waits for the rods to go off. UHF, safety equipment, EPIRBs, life jackets, everything like that is good to go. So we've got under seat storage here. So on this side, that's storage compartment all the way to the bottom there. That's where all my safety gear is, my cooking appliances. Here's where all my tackle gear is situated. Everything's on board here permanently. So pretty much if I want to go, it's just hook on and away you go. Now I'm going to take you into the cab. So I'm going to point out, we'll start off in the all important captain's seat here. So you can see there we've got the Lawrence HDS 12-inch sounder. 2 Suzuki gauges there as well, digital gauge. So you can read your mileage, how much fuel you're using, how many hours, how much litres per hour you're using. There's the Lone Star Marine GX2 switch. You've got all your bilge pump, deck wash, stern lights, bait pump switches wide in there ready to go. Trim tabs over to the left. Trim tabs there. And then just above that is all your touch panel for all your main 12-volt lighting. Navigation, LED, spotlights, cab lights, deck lights, you name it. GME, UHF. There is a Lawrence 7-inch sounder that came standard with the boat. I just haven't removed it, so I guess it's there as a backup. You can see there I've got a tablet mount, so I'll run my Navionics through my tablet, and then I sound up with the Lawrence. You've got the JL Audio, Bluetooth throughout, speakers. These are killer speakers, plenty of bass through those. And obviously it's all Bluetooth connectivity through your phone connection. All right, you can see there we've got the 50 litre dual zone fridge freezer. So you can fridge one part, freeze the other part for your bait, keep your drinks cooled. Don't freeze those, keep the bait frozen in the what's it called, the word I'm looking for, fridge, what's the other one? Freezer section, that's the one. And over to the right there, folks, all your 12-volt solar paneling runs through that Victron MPPT 150/35 regulator. So everything Bluetooth 12-volt wise, I'm going to point out, is run via apps. So my tablet, I can plug into that solar regulator and see what charge has been put in or what charge has been put out. It's also the same with the Trolltech 36-volt motor. Battery. I can switch to that app. So I made everything so I can control it from my cab, so I can see live my sounder, my Navionics, but then I can also see what's my 12-volt doing, how much power have I got, how much am I using, but also my 36-volt battery. That battery, we used it 3.5 days flat, solid every day, and we were in about 0.5 metre to 1.2 metres of swell, winds ranging from about 5 knots to about 12-13 knots, and we came back with 30% capacity. 36-volt Trolltech 100 amp hour lithium battery. That's still got 5-year warranty on it, folks. The motor guide comes with 2-year warranty. Both of those are brand new. Full receipts will prove that and show that. Now, fuel capacity, we've got 200 litres of fuel on board. I've got a second anchor there. That's just when we're at the mooring. We set our main bow anchor and we throw that off the stern so we sit nice and straight. But I'm going to jump under the cab and you'll pass over the camera and I'll show you the Trolltech battery now. Also, I've created marine grade canvas. So you'll see here on the roof here, this rolls up. That's the canvas that pretty much There's the UFI aerial. But that black canvas, pretty much, I'm not going to unroll it because it is stinking hot today. So that canvas, if I can explain, rolls off the back here, you tie it off, and then there's two walls that slide into these tracks here and Velcro on to the top and tie down to your rails down the bottom here. So essentially, when we stay overnight, worried about mosquitoes, wind, rain, we can close this whole cab area and it creates a beautiful, quiet environment, great for cooking, and it just blocks the wind to make sure you stay dry and warm, particularly if you're fishing here in South Australia in winter as well. So that just encloses all the cab nicely. Obviously it's fully enclosed hardtop roof cab, as I said at the beginning as well, but let's jump in underneath and have a look at the Trolltech now. All right, so as we come in under the cab here, this is the bag where I keep the canvas for the side walls. Custom made and made in the bag, ready to go. So this is the waterproof box that I've created for the 36 volt Trolltech battery. So you can see she's all completely plastic, hard shell, nice and light and weight, but all waterproof. Simple Anderson plug into the box, so you can take this off. It is mounted to the floor of the boat permanently. That is not going to move at any time, but if you want to take this off, you can just simply unstrap it, un-Anderson, and away you go. That is mounted to a 60 amp waterproof breaker, and then the Trolltech motor itself, battery here, is mounted permanently inside this box as well. Nice, safe, secure and dry. And then what I do is I've got a 36 volt 240 charger. Before I go, Anderson this off. The battery charger's got also an Anderson plug from it, and I just plug it and snap it straight in, and away she charges. Thanks for joining us on this tour of our Arnold, our 6.2 meter Razerline Aluminium Boat, 2002 build. If you've got any questions, drop them down below. Only too happy to answer them. Thanks for joining us on this tour of Arnold. Bye for now.